Hey everyone, welcome back to part 6 of Gnoll Artifact Crawl. You're here with Ultraviolent 4. Ultraviolent 4, the victor of 1,000 battles. I wonder if that's, who's counting? I don't know. Let's have a look. It might be true. Question mark hash. This isn't what I was planning to say, but I got distracted. Vanquish creatures, it doesn't actually just add them all together. Okay, someone, here, I'll scroll through really fast. When you're watching this, just slow it down, add all these together and let me know. Is that 1,000? There you go, you getting them all? Alright, good. Alright, good. Okay, so we're in Snake. We're pretty much, not quite, but pretty much ready to do our end vault, which is through this door here. At the end of the last one, we scrambled back upstairs because we were running away from Mara, who's always a fun time. Our main issue is going to be that we do not have any poison. So, I mean, if we really want a lignification, we can get it temporarily, or we have one potion of resistance. But I think we're mostly going to be relying on the fact that we have 10 potions of curing. Okay. As far as our artifacts go, we've got this hand crossbow. We've also got a double sword and a cloak and a scale mail. Things to note. The double sword has MR minus, so that's really bad against the Nagarajas and the Naga mages that teleport you around the level. And the cloak has the slow property on it. So at any point we can just randomly get slowed, which is quite dangerous, but it's not the end of the world. It won't kill you immediately, or at least not, it won't directly kill you. You never see in someone's morgue file killed by the slow property, but it definitely will get you. Just before we get going, I wanted to put out a call for interesting Yusukeyo. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm gonna Yusukeyo. I like that though. It sounds Scandinavian. If you have an interesting idea for that god, I've never played it before, and I don't know. I'm not sure what's fun or interesting with it. I know that a lot of people like playing a short-bladed vine stalker. That's apparently quite fun. Also, if your name is Reels, I know what you're going to suggest, so thank you. But if you have any other interesting combo ideas or just interesting ways to go about playing Yusukeyo, please let me know. Alright, so let's play the game. For Mara, you need to have at least 1 pip of RF. His bolts of fire hurt, and when he becomes 3 versions of himself and they all bolt of fire you, they especially hurt. I don't know if we can even fight Mara. Hey, it's Ultraviolent 4's illusion. Apparently that was still hanging around from the last time. Okay, so one thing about Mara is that, well, you probably shouldn't fight him ever, but if you do choose to fight him on some stairs, because his illusion copies and his copy of you won't ever come up with you. We definitely at least want heroism. Oh, he's right next to us. He pained us. Okay, so now we can go upstairs, and oh, the real Mara blinked. Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of annoying. We should probably have this out. Maybe we'll go finesse as well for double speed attacks. Alright. Fortunately, if you do get illusioned when you're holding a hand crossbow, your copy of you won't fire ranged things at you. So that's not too scary. If the ghost, well not the ghost, but the illusion walks up and starts hitting us with a crossbow. Oh sweet, we got him, okay. All our skills go up. A Demon Blade of Venom would be a really nice weapon, but we don't get to do that. We have found enchant armor. Is there anything? Our shield. Sure. Still never found an artifact shield. I say still as if that's something that you expect to happen all the time. Also, I'm actually getting a little bit This is bothering me a little bit, how this title goes over a second line. It's kind of like when you used to get rotted, your health, and it would kick it over a second line. I don't know. This is not usual. Ah! Just in my peripheral vision, oh, we enter a teleport trap. How lovely. In my peripheral vision, I just keep seeing that something is not quite right. And then I look over and it's the extra line. Alright, here we go, teleport trapped. Are we going right into the middle? Let's go. No, we got lucky. Or we didn't get unlucky, is a better way to put that. Alright, that's our floor, with the exception of the vault. I say with the exception of, but that's really where the most difficulty is. We have 62 charges on our digging one. That being the case, I think it's a really good idea just to preemptively set up a little kill hole here that we can drag this stuff out from. Shift X Control E removes exclusions, and you gotta be really careful when you come in here because there might be guardian serpents, in which case you open the door and you just get immediately blinked on. For that reason, we're gonna start backing up. And we should just bring this stuff back to our kill hole and fight it one at a time. Kill holes are really powerful in Snake. So long as you're careful. Oh, we got a weapon. So long as you're careful about shock serpents. Because if you're in a kill hole where they can double zap you and you don't have RLX, it's dangerous. What's there? A glowing quarterstaff. It's not an artifact though. The noise is apparently pulling things out. How are you hasted? I'm not sure. Oh dear, okay. We're getting away from this guy. He is way too ham. How fast does he move when he's hasted? Maybe we'll just heroism. That's a Nagaraja. Okay, let's go Wand of Acid. And again. Okay. We're getting constricted and we got a Nagaraja and more dangerous stuff coming. Let's see. The best way to do this would probably be just to paralyze the Anaconda because he's fast, and then the Nagas are slow so we can just walk away. Wand of Paralysis with our evocation skill is almost 60% to get him. Got him. I'm really tempted to stay there and stab him to death, but it's safer just to go back upstairs. No need to push it. I mean, we can fairly comfortably fight an Anaconda if we're not mostly dead. Oh, we need to drop more stuff. Why is it so hard? This is the problem with Gnolls. They're so good at everything, so you want to have everything. I'm just leaving the chunk. Alright, we got teleported. So we have a choice here. One, we could let it kick in, and just looking at the map here, it looks like this is our end vault area. It's probably, I don't know, is that like a fifth of the overall area maybe? Maybe 1/6 or something like that. So it's probably like a 1 in 5, 1 in 6 chance that we get kicked into the vaults, which is probably okay. If we didn't want that to happen, you can read another teleport scroll. We have 20 in fact. Actually, that's so many, I think we'll just do it and I'll show you. There you go. If you're teleporting, you read a teleport scroll, you then stop the teleport. You can do that if you accidentally just read a scroll too. You're not bound to teleport yourself unless you accidentally read your last one. In that case, you're a bit screwed. Using heroism. Man, these... this is not good because of the sharpshooter who is at the bottom. Alright, we're okay. Oh, that one sharpshooter ran all the way around. Alright, we're getting teleported again. 19 teleport scrolls. That's still so many. We're just going to read again. You feel strangely stable. You feel less protected from missiles. Alright, here we go. It's time for the ritual. We just killed a Naga ritualist, but really our character is the real ritualist here. Take off our armor, take off our shield, put on wizardry. What else are we trying to take off? And repel missiles. Good. I'd really like to get another ring that's a bit more exciting than just a +2 dex. That's really a very, very mediocre ring. Oko won't gift rings, so he's not going to help. Wow. I was waiting that whole time for the Guardian Serpent to blink us. Never did. I probably should be trying to put on my thinking cap a bit more to use some inner flames. So apparently, and the fact that I didn't know this kind of shows how often I use the inner flame spell. The size of the explosion, ooh, we need to heroism, we're dying to this guy. The size of the explosion and how much damage it does depends on the size of the monster that you're inner flaming. So large things like giants or say cyclopses are going to explode in a bigger explosion than say a yak will. Those were some needles of sleeping. I mean, we have 12 stealth. We could needles of sleep stuff and then stab it, but I don't know. I think we're having enough inventory struggles as it is without going all in on all the different types of needles. We're just kind of taking this slow. This is how you want to, if you're being safe, this is how you want to do it. I mean, if you're a deep dwarf of McLeb, then by all means just run straight into the vault. But you want to be able to let them all thin themselves out. There's the slow, and there's Vashnia, and we're slowed and vulnerable to poison. Oh wow. Anyway, the point I was trying to make I'll say it before we die to Vashnia, is that you want to allow the end vault enemies to trickle out, and so you can fight them slowly rather than all at once. Particularly when you have, if you get large crowds, you get the poison vulnerability from the ritualists, you get the sharpshooters who are using portal projectile to hit you from anywhere, and you're getting, what's the other thing? Guardian Serpents blinking everything else on you. Alright. Vashnia. Jeez. We have 5 scrolls of blinking, that's quite a lot. We also have a shield and deflect missiles, so we can maybe live through this. The thing is, Vashnia really, really hurts. She hits a 25 plus her arbalist. Well, we can look up an arbalist. I also feel like she does more damage than that. 18 base damage, supposedly. So 25 plus 18 is 45 damage. And then I guess if it's branded, which hers isn't, it hits you for even more damage. I feel like Vashnia does more than 45 damage. Maybe it's a lie. Anyway, she's extremely scary to fight when we are slowed, which means we just don't want anything to do with her. I'm going to really slowly just walk away. We might be okay with deflect missiles and a shield. Alright, yeah, turns out we are. Alright, heroism and finesse, it is worth it to fight her. Also, let's hit her with an acid as well. And again. Okay, apparently we didn't acid her, but they both really hurt her. We can get some good value here with an Ice Blast Wand because of our good evocations training. We're hitting both of them. Okay, sweet. Okuara was honored and gave us ammunition. I guess the downside of the Ice Blast wand is that we're using heroism and finesse, which neither of those skills actually does anything for the evocations. So maybe that was the wrong choice. Quick check for artifact. I don't think we've missed any, but just to check. Nope. We fought quite a few Nagarajas now. Not a single shock serpent has been in here though. Oh, hello guardian serpents. Nice to make your acquaintance. Let's go heroism. We can sort of just try to limit line of sight a bit. Okay, the guardian serpents went down really quickly. But there's no point running all the way back from here to our kill hole with 2 guardian serpents. There's no point even trying, because every step you take, every breath you make, they'll be watching you. And as they're doing that, they're going to continually blink enemies around you to stop you from running. Phantom Mirror. I think we want that. Let's drop the Seat Invis hat. Okay, there's our second rune. That's very good. Good progress. So the question is, where do we go now? I think it's probably too dangerous to go into Elf at the moment. Dear. We don't have enough MR for either, really, for Vault or Elf. You want to have 3 points of MR to not be banished in Elf, which means we don't really want to go there. While we're not as likely to get banished in Vaults, with only 2 points of MR, we're going to find ourselves getting marked a lot. I don't think we have much choice about it though. We could get an extra point of MR if we go buy this artifact. Maybe that would be a way to do it. Let's go try Vaults. If it's way too hard with all the marks, we'll buy this quarterstaff and we'll go do some Elf. Here we go. We hear a distant wind. Oh, I really dislike that place. What is it called? The Desolation of Salt. But it's likely to have a lot of different artifacts in there, particularly artifact jewelry. So this might be the one exception that I'll make for going in there. The fact that we're going to scum some artifacts. That's if we can find it. Oh, we have 6 magic mapping. Okay. I find alphabetical order really hard. Now that I sort my list by alphabetical order, you'd think that I might be able to find scrolls or potions quickly, but no, it's still hard. So magic mapping. Alright. Okay, it's this one. You use downstairs to find it. If you're, I mean, it's pretty obvious on this one because it's the one surrounded by salt. But if you would, what's that one? Oh, that was just our entrance. It's yellow as well. No, that's not right. It is. Okay. Anyway, we're heading to the Desolation entrance. That place is very difficult. Get some Yaktor captains. Not that we're in any danger of running out of bolts. I'm going to heroism as well. Not only is Okawaru going nuts in just giving us lots and lots of ammunition, and that's because basically all our ranged weapon skills are quite high. So he's like, hell yeah, you want ammunition of all these types. But also we just fought a whole bunch of Naga sharpshooters and a lot of them have bolts. So we're not running out. But if we were, when you make it to vaults, let's go heroism again. When you make it to vaults is when you're going to get many more due to the Yaktors. Let's heal up first. Alright, this place is super scary. There's a lot of synergy between these guys. You can get convokers that are not really on theme, but they draw in enemies from everywhere around the map. Some of those enemies can be guardian serpents that blink enemies around you, and then you have other ones that barb you so you can't run, and other ones that the more saltlings that surround you, the more damage they do to you. All these things working together lead to a very high what's the word? It's not potential. It's not even variance, but the peak of a high amplitude, maybe. Anyway, if you get the most difficult Desolation Assault you can get, it would be very difficult. So this guy, the Peacekeeper, he is basically like a manticore. He can barb you so that if you move, you take barb damage. Alright, so here's the Guardian Serpent. Apparently that bolt of poison really hurt. Let's go Heroism. These guys are mited too. Maybe the Peacekeeper can mite them, I'm not sure. And now we're getting slowed. We're going to rest up on the exit. Alright. The other thing that you want to do here is you want to try to use the clouds to try to limit line of sight for how many of these dudes can see you at once. But yeah, your results may vary. Like that was the Guardian Serpent we got a glimpse of. I'd kind of like to get him on his own when he's not blinking everyone else on us. Also, when we have the double sword out, those guys just own us with their slow. That's the slow hex, not the slow on our cloak kicking in, by the way. Can import these to us. No, we can't. The clouds blocked us. Alright, this is a Servant of Whispers. He has a lightning bolt, so you want to have Aralek here, as you want to have everywhere. And he has Still Winds, which blows away clouds. So if you're planning on using clouds to block line of sight, so these guys, not gonna work. Or at least not for long. Or it shouldn't. We have Aralek on our magnificent set of mutations, so that's okay. Aquari grants us a weapon. It is a glowing scimitar. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's happening. Alright, we're gonna need our stuff. Actually, they lost us. I forgot. We're a stealthy character. Character has a lot of stealth, but that was terrifying. That was sort of a glimpse into the nightmare of what this place can do. Uh-oh, okay. These are really crazy guys? No, not the one I was thinking of. So Ragged Hierophant has Resonant Strike. That's the one that hurts you for each other salt thing you have adjacent to you. So when you get these guys with the Guardian Serpent surrounding you, you take a lot of damage. I want to kill him before that starts happening actually. Good. I think the saltlings, seems like they can just mite themselves. Is that true? No. Seems like the Peacekeepers are miting them. Keeping the peace by encouraging fighting. How ironic. Or should I say, how sultanic. Alright, so we got a bunch of artifact rings here. It's not an artifact crystal plate armor. I don't know if that's good or bad. Oh, okay, here's the dude that I was worried about. Okay, so an Imperial Myrmidon. Does he see Invis? He doesn't, okay. He has a confusion, a slow, and an agony. Agony, of course, halves your HP. Well, I don't know. I was going to say we want to take the sword off so we're not getting minus MR, but it would also be really good to go invis. We don't have an invis potion, so the only way to go invis would be with the sword. So I think we'll do that. And then we'll go heroism. And I think we should... Oh dear. Okay, never mind. We need finesse. I'm surprised that he agonied us even though he can't see invis. Because agony is a targeted spell. I didn't know that enemies normally did targeted spells at you if they can't see you. That's surprising. Alright, well we got him. Again, imagine that guy with everything else. That's a regular scythe. And the last thing, if you just wanted another reason not to come in here, it's really laggy because the clouds make your game lag. Okay, a Guide of Lightness. What's in here? Stag discharge lightning bolt, freezing cloud. Well, actually, let's do. There are 3 books here, so maybe we shouldn't be learning one of each or one spell out of each book, seeing as we have 10 spell levels left. I'll think about it after we check out these rings. Because there are 2 artifact rings here, all our regular rings can go. There's a regular ring fire sail, even the wizardry. Maybe I'll keep the wizardry because we might, as much as it's cheating, we kind of might need it if we want to try to cast some of these high level things like Discord. It's kind of like, I don't know. At least I won't drop it here because then we'll lose it. But artifact ring. It's R poison, strength +3, int +3. Would have been really nice just before when we were in Snake. And this one? RN++, MR-, oh no. Int +4. Okay. So we got another MR- item. With our sword, we have literally 0 points of MR. Alright, so this just made votes even harder. I'm very glad we came in here. This book has... Summon Lightning Spire is the thing that immediately jumps out at me. It also has statue form, Summon Hydra, Dragon's Call. It's a sort of a random book. And this one has Bolt of Fire, and that's it. Bolt of Fire and Sting. That's a great book. Alright, how do we do this? Maybe let's drop all our food. Alright. So maybe out of, I don't know, see this is something that hasn't happened yet, but so in situations like this, we just found 3 books at once. But I'm thinking of, so for instance, well this is one place, but somewhere like Elf 3, where you're potentially going to find a bunch of artifacts at once. Say we find 2 different boots at the same time. How do we pick? I guess we roll them. I'm going to say the same thing with the fact that we just found 3 different spell books at once. When we're starting to run our spell levels, we'll just do 1 random spell out of this whole lot. How many are here to L? I don't have this many fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7. Summon Mana Viper. Okay, not a bad spell. In fact, a very good spell. Put that on W? Yeah, cool. Okay, we can cast it at 1% fail, so that's very good. You can get 2 Mana Vipers if you see Invis, which is very useful. Before we forget, we need to pick up our food again. That would be sort of hard mode. Play the game without any food. Alright, so you can get 2 Mana Vipers, they see Invis. They have anti-magic bite, so they absolutely destroy magic enemies. Oh yeah, they have battle cry. I see, it's down here. It's separated. So you can silence the battle cry, but of course you can't throw silencer buffs. That makes sense. He coming? I thought you could steal the wins. Alright, these guys are difficult too. They have shadow creatures, bolt of draining, and ghostly sacrifice, which is a massive fireball of negative energy. Really hurts, but we have 2 points of RN, so that helps. We're gonna heroism though. Where's he going? I really don't want to fight them both at once. Please leave me alone. We're slowed. It's alright. Okay. We're gonna heal up before the guy with agony finds us again. There he is. Alright, let's go invis. And we'll get out of our heroism. He has an artifact glaive. Alright, time for a weapon switch. Goodbye, double sword, who we've been using for the MR. Why is it asking, do we really want to unwield it? Oh, because we're going invis, and that's our source of invis. We've also got to take off our shield. We don't have to drop it though. We've invested 5 enchant armor scrolls into it. Hallow Scorch Glaive. +9 glaive. Drain. Strength -5, not so good. Int +7, very good. We're at 37 int right now. That is crazy. Our Discord is actually dropping. In fact, we can almost cast deflect missiles right now, even without taking our armor off. We pretty much can. That's crazy how much int we have right now. We're getting +7 off the glaive, +2 off our scale mail, +4 off one ring, and +3 off another. Nuts. I think these salt dudes are all, immune to negative energy. The Hierophant isn't, but the salt dudes are. Alright, so we've got reaching now. Here we go. Let's go heroism. Okay. Way to go. I think there are usually, you have about 3 different, that's the Convoker tried to convoke. You have about 3 different huts with treasure. There was one, we sort of found the next one but didn't go in. Thank you, Auto Explore, and it looks like there's another one below us here. I doubt there'll be a 4th, but maybe. You feel a genetic drift, you feel stupid. That's not fair. Alright, so we had a mutation that was giving us additional int as well. Man, I think the devs just jumped in to shut it down right there. Yeah, so we've got 5 books here, in fact. Yeah, this is why we couldn't learn everything out of the last book. Let's just drop all of our wands so we can pick up the books. Alright, what have we got? 14 different spells. Also, I was just thinking, okay, 14 different spells, let's go. I really should be using the number pad for this. Choose us 14, summon Hydra. Okay, we can't learn that. It requires 7 spell levels. So what should I do in a situation like this? We don't have amnesia either. We do. I could learn the summon Hydra. Or I could bring this book out, get rid of something. Say Stone Arrow probably has overstayed its welcome and learned Summon Hydra. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Which one had Summon Hydra in it? That one. Okay. Let's get our wands back. I always forget. What's the button to pick everything up? Select all with that. Yeah, okay. Damn it. Okay. Alright, we're good. From my experience in here, it seems like the treasure is similar to elf treasure. You often get a lot of jewelry, you often get a lot of books. Admittedly, I have not done this place a lot because of how crazy it is. But I have seen other people do it. And from what I've seen, it's normally like that. Yeah, we don't need food. Who needs food? It's a really fun feature of Gnolls. Seeing as you're good at everything, you get to have the fun of the constant question of what is my 53rd least useful item? What are we? We're just trying to click up flesh. Yep, just ignore it all. Probably should heroism. Yep. We can't go invis anymore. I think we're gonna go finesse against this guy who can agony us and confuse us. And in fact, there are two of them. We're gonna reach over this saltling. In fact, why don't we use some of our spells? How about we use a summon mana viper? How about we make two of them? What else have we got? I probably should have done ogrebs. Oh, it's alright. Our guys are resistant to poison. Okay, so we can ogrebs them all. We've got 3 different dudes who will be affected. The saltlings aren't. Alright, that's good. That worked pretty well. Alright, I see some artifacts. Check out these glowing gloves first. +1 of strength, I'd prefer to just +2 plain, I think. It's 1 less AC, but we're getting more strength. I don't know, particularly because we're about to pick up a plate armor, I can see. This has some other spells. Alright, let's see. So we got 1 more to roll out of this, I think. Is that the Book of Battle? Did we pick up the Book of Battle at some point? No, it's just a book that is very similar to the Book of Battle, but has some random earth and conjuration spells in it. Curious. I don't know. It's just sort of the point where I was hoping we'd never get to, while knowing that we definitely would at some point, where we're going to start running out of spell levels. Maybe I'll leave it up to you guys. What should I do? Should I just start amnesiaing spells? Or should I just be like, spell levels are full? I'm kind of done here. But in that case, we need more slots. I know we're getting rid of this body armor. Let's also just get rid of... Let's get rid of the Curaria needles. They are really good, but... I mean, I don't know. We need to get rid of something. Here's a new body armor. +2 plate armor with plus stealth. Nice. That sort of hurts our spells a bit. We can still... I mean, we have 33 int. That's pretty insane. With 23 strength. That's actually really nutty. We can still cast really well. It's just Discord, really, that we can't. Huh. Glowing stuff. We'll test it out. Could be wizardry. It's not. We need to get this book. Okay. I don't think we left anything. Control X is showing me this, all the things I can see. Yeah, I think we're good. And it's probably everything in here. Yeah, okay. It's telling us we're done exploring because... Oh no, we have. Okay. I could just see on my map there was a chunk taken out of the corner here. But it's just because it knows that we can't go into this area. Alright. So that was fun. Well, I said we'd get summon Hydra, so let's at least do that. Alright, let's forget. I said we'd do Stone Arrow. And let's learn Summon Hydra, which is a level 7 spell, which now that we just put on plate armor, we can't really use. No, that's okay. I don't know, we probably won't be in plate armor for very long, so that's okay. And I guess we want to go back to votes. As for that other book, you guys are going to decide what are we doing with that in this one. I mean, Spectral Weapon would be really nice. Some other things like Ring of Flames might be interesting. It's not a spell I use very often. It's kind of like, well, it's almost exactly like Metabolic Ingratiation, but it's the opposite. Huh, I wonder if that's on purpose. It just occurred to me. There's one that's hexes and ice, and the other one is fire and charms. Interesting. But yeah, so Metabolic is a sort of an odd combination, because when are you training hexes and ice? Ring of Flames is basically the same. If you're training fire magic, you're not usually also training charms, and vice versa. There's the mark. We knew it was coming. We only have 1 point of MR. Let's do a heroism. I've been saying that this alerts every enemy on the floor to your location. That's not technically true. It alerts all awake enemies to your location. I was about to say we're about to get locked in. I was too slow. We're going to go heroism and finesse because we're stuck here and we're no longer marked. That was pretty short. But yeah, if an enemy is asleep, they won't wake up. New weapon, a ruined execution's axe. Very interesting, but not an artifact. Get away, Yaktors. More amnesias, so we can forget more spell levels. That's Saint Roka. I was going to say we should go invis, but we lost our invis sword. I'm going to step around the corner first to do our heroism and our finesse. I accidentally heroism twice, so we wasted a bit of piety there. And what can we do? We could summon some Mana Vipers. We could Toxic Radiance him. That's probably good enough if we're heroismed and finessed. He hits really hard and his smite really hurts. Okay, Okawara is on it, that's good. But he can't see invis, so if you have that, it's really powerful. Also, just having a +9 glaive, the glaive of Mick, when you're reaching over Mana Vipers is very useful. This is too much stuff, we're going to get marked. For sure, let's immediately get out of here because when you see a massive room full of things like that, there's very likely to be a warden who's going to lock you in. We'll just run away. We'll fight over here. Summon Hydra is almost certainly going to fail. Let's just try one. Oh, we actually got it. Go Hydras. The Vault Warden is behind us. How does that make sense? Okay, I focused the guy who is going to mark us first. And by the way, Summon Hydras don't last very long. Do we have RC? No. What is this? It's an Ogre Mage Simulacrum. Simulacrum, where you don't have any RC, is really dangerous, but so is being marked. So I think I'm going to reach over and try to hit the Vault Sentinel. Okay, so you never got a direct line of sight. This guy's... oh dear. Calling stuff in. This guy might have Paralyze, the Ogre Mage, with a almost 40% chance to get us, and we're surrounded by stuff. Not a good time to be paralyzed. How do we get rid of this? Paralysis one maybe? Only 26% chance, that's pretty low. I don't really want to just blow a blinking scroll, but it might be worth it. Maybe we read a fear scroll. Let's see who we get. Okay. Yep. As long as we got the Ogre Mage, I was happy. So now we can sort of fight this stuff without risking being paralyzed at the same time. He threw a lightning bolt, now we can check him. He does have paralyze. Okay, so I'm glad we took that panic option of using a fear. I mean, you've seen paralysis, you know how bad it is. It's better just using a consumable like that and not dying. Wait, we can just cast deflected missiles almost. Oh, we miscast it. Oh, we made it. A dude. Okay, I wanted to do it. Oh, right. Well, damn it. I keep forgetting this. I keep casting it while holding the int -4 crossbow, when we could have been casting it with an int +7 crossbow. I'm going to recast it, actually. Oh no, we're already deflecting missiles. Okay, well that's unfortunate. You want to cast it with a higher spell power, because then it's stronger. But you can't recast it, so we just have to wait for it to run out. Heroism. As long as this guy doesn't call anyone else in, which is why I'm reaching over. Also, we are just dying. Let's enslave this guy who's mited. 61% chance. Okay, so we got him. I don't really want to run away because they're Yaktors who are ranged. So they're going to hit us. I also just noticed that we're slowed. That would have been our armor. We've got a friend now. Maybe I'll paralyze this guy. Yeah, okay, we should be okay now. Man, mighted Yaktor. Very strong. Let's send him away so we can heal up first, and then we'll deal with him. Good. Fighting ice dragons without any RC. Always a good time. Okay, stop giving us ammunition. It's too much. We want artifacts. Everything's up to 13. Nature stops experimenting on you. No. I don't want to get off the wild ride. Mr. Mutation. Oh well. Okay, well that's Faults 1 done. We'll stop that one there. In the next one, we're even further away from being able to go into Elf now. Seeing as we got a... what do we get? A -MR ring. So I guess we'll continue with Vaults. We're being marked a few times. We've had some kind of sketchy situations, but it hasn't been too bad, I guess. So we'll continue with it. See you next time.